Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird scattered throughout the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson on the brother Khadashia from the GMS Chicago camp, coming back at you with another edifying, Lord willing, lesson. And as you can see the title, it says they're going to torture us. And, basically this lesson is about a reoccurring dream that I used to have before I came into the truth. And the image that I have on the screen is basically the room that I remember being inside. And I also made some sketches right now because I used to have this dream almost every night, to the point where I could actually remember it. Okay. And of course, the sketches were just done really fast. All right. And the Spirit hopped on me to make those sketches and to get into this lesson, because as I'm reading the scriptures and getting scriptures for the lesson and thinking about it, this is a topic that a lot of people out there don't want to talk about, man. All right. These Edomites that we're speaking on and exposing and linking their identity back to the Bible and going precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Everything that we're doing in these last days by bringing out the truth is making Esau angry, man. Okay? It's pissing these devils off, man. And they're not going to have no other choice but to come down with that great wrath. Okay? Like it tells us in Revelation 12 and 12. Let's start right there. This is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, let's start off at verse 10. Okay? This is Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And see, this devil, Esau Edom, he's the accuser of our brethren. He's the one that has set up a system in which the people of the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, the real Israelites, are being oppressed and being put in a position where they are not only being oppressed, but they're being put in a position where they transgress against the Heavenly Father. And then these Edomites point the finger at us and treat us like we're not the people, man. They accuse us before our power. They set up the conditions and the legislations and the judicial system and the executive powers to where they got Jake under wraps. But see, we're living in the time where salvation is coming, man. Strength is here. We got the spirit of truth on us, man. The Lord gave us the gift of the Holy Spirit. You see? And the kingdom of our God, the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi is going to be set up here on earth, man. What do the scriptures say? It says, be still and know that I am God. See, one thing about this devil Esau Edom, he can't take away the conviction and the fact that we believe in this truth, man. He can't take away the faith that we have in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. He can't. This truth is heavy, man. This devil can't take this away, so he's going to have no other choice but to come down with that great wrath. And Salaki, let me just get this. Psalms 46 and 10. It says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth." And there's nothing that Esau could do to stop that, man. Okay? Absolutely nothing. And we're living in the time where we're about to see it. Okay? The accuser of our brethren is about to be cast down before the whole world, and they're already being exposed. All right? Especially with all that Epstein stuff coming out on these devils, man. Esau is through, man. So what is their game? What's their next step? This is Revelation 12 and 11. It says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death." And see, we're coming into a time where we're going to have to be fully persuaded, man. And that's why you got to be serious about this truth, because if you haven't been taking this truth serious now, or before, like, I'm saying now, but before this now moment, if you weren't taking this truth serious, I don't know what to tell you, man. We're coming into a time where our faith and everything that we believe in gotta be 100% sealed shut, man. Like, you gotta 100% believe in the Lord, because our lives, whatever the Lord puts us through in these last days, man, some of our lives are gonna be at stake. And of course, other brothers are gonna get spiritual power. Brothers are gonna be in different situations. Some brothers may be in FEMA camps. Some brothers may be beheaded. Other brothers may be on the run. Okay? But for whatever reason, whatever situation the Lord got you in, if you are part of the elect, you're going to get out that situation, man. Okay? It says, verse 12, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time." So Esau Edom, who is that devil, he's gonna crash out, man. All right, he's being exposed. All right, the whole world hates him right now. Everybody, absolutely everybody, including his woman, is exposing Esau Edom, what they do, the gods that they worship, the wicked practices that they partake in, man. The eating of children, the drinking of blood, the protection of PDF files, okay? The exposing that they're not really the real Israelites, man. Everything is coming out. So we're coming into a time where this devil is about to crash out. He's going to come down with that great wrath, because he knows that he's running out of time. He knows he has a short time, man. Esau Edom, more than anybody else on this earth, these Edomites, these elites that run this earth, they know the scriptures, man. Okay? They know what the Bible says about Esau Edom and concerning Amalek. And they're trying to run away from that judgment. They want to change their fate, but they cannot. You can't change the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. His word is not going to come back void. So you devils have only one move, and that's to get carnal. All right? And that's where, in this dream, this reoccurring dream I used to have, all right? And right now, as we're coming into these times, this dream, I've been thinking about it a lot, man. Because when I first came into the truth, this truth is very sweet. You find out you're an Israelite. You find out, the Lord is going to come and deliver us. You find out about the kingdom and salvation, and you start to read the scriptures, and you get into the truth, and you start going to camp, and that those are the joyful things about the truth. But I remember the deeper and deeper I got into the truth, one time, I remember this was like a wake up moment for me in the truth. And I remember a brother was bringing out how that, some of us are going to get put to death for this truth, man. And as I was listening to the brother, I remember thinking to myself about this dream. And I remember in that moment just thinking about the dream while the brother was talking, and I was just like, man, Lord, is that the reason why I had that dream? You know? Because this dream, I literally used to have this dream every single night, man. To the point where it's like seared into my freaking head, bro. You know? This dream is, man, bro. But in the dream, I was basically in a room that was set up like this, man. It was a white room, and there was no doors, no windows, absolutely no outside contact, man. And there were, men in there basically, and they had me tied up to the floor, man. Okay. And they also had in front of me my parents tied up, man. All right. They had them tied up like this in front of me, man, in the dream. And we were in a room that looked exactly like this. It was a room with no windows, no doors, absolutely nothing, man. It was just a white room. Okay. And in front of me, I remember seeing both my father and my mother tied up in front of me, man. Literally. And it was almost from a first person point of view. So I could see them, that they were tied up. And behind me, I could hear that a man was talking to me. And while I was tied up, this is basically how they had me down to the floor, man. They had me on the floor exactly like this, in this position, with my hands chained up to the floor, while my first person point of view was this. They had both my father and my mother in front of me tied up. And every single time that I would deny whatever they were asking me, they would electrocute us, man. And I remember this dream, would get so out of hand that, hey, man, sometimes I couldn't even sleep, bro. This dream was that fucking, it felt that real, man. It felt that real. The shocks, the fucking, the watching my parents in front of me get fucking tortured, bro. I remember this dream, man. Man, this was a dream that I didn't even want to bring out. But as we are getting closer to the end, man, these are things that, I was just thinking about it right now, and I was like, man, this like, we're really in the truth, man. As I'm thinking about the reality of how heavy it is that we're in this truth, some of us are gonna get put to death for this, bro. And we must understand that if that has to be one of us, me, you, whoever, all right, whatever brother has to go through this, man, the Lord is going to give us the spirit to get through it, man. Because I always remember this dream that they were trying to make me, do something, all right? And I don't remember what exactly what they were trying to make me do. I don't know, bro. But every single time that I would deny and shake my head in the dream, they would electrocute my parents in front of me. And they would electrocute me too, man. And it felt real, bro. And this is the thing, I've never been electrocuted, bro. So how the fuck does my brain, or in the dream, how the fuck am I gonna know what being electrocuted feels like? It's a very bugged out dream, man. And it was a reoccurring dream. It was a dream that I would have every single night. So we're coming into a time where this devil, he's going to come down with that great wrath, man. And the heathen have always done this against us. Okay? You have 2 Maccabees chapter 7, and let's read that. Because you got to understand that what we're about to go through in these last days, man, it's not going to be easy. Even as the system collapses and this fucking place falls apart, the Lord is going to be with us. But we must understand that it's not going to be easy, bro. It's gonna be troublous times, a time like never before, bro. And this devil Esau Edom, you know, he's about to crash out, bro. These Edomites are on fucking edge. And if that's low level Edomites that are on edge when you go to the store, how much more the elites who know who we are, who know what we're talking about, who know that we're exposing them biblically, prophetically, and linking it, to current events, linking it to their current fucking moves that they're making, man. All this AI, Palantir bullshit, all this, you know, freaking microchip technology that they're trying to promote now, bro. It's all leading up to this beast system being put into place, man. And as this devil's moving forward with his plans, he's being exposed, bro. All right. So he has no other choice but to get carnal, man. We're coming into some very dangerous times, bro. And we have to be mentally prepared for whatever the Lord puts us through, man. Including if we get tortured, including if we get put to death, including if we see our family get fucking killed in front of us, bro. We're coming into some crazy times, man. This truth is not for the faint-hearted, bro. This truth is not for people that, you think you're just gonna walk into the kingdom and that's it, bro. Nah. This truth is heavy, man. Carrying your cross and thinking about these things is not easy, bro. Just even trying to make this lesson, it was like, man, should I even make this lesson? But as I started meditating on it more and more, I'm like, yes, I am going to make this lesson. And then the Lord put the spirit on me to make those sketches. So I'm like, man, I'm definitely going to make that lesson. And look at the time, bro. It's 10:44, man. Call Halayim like Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The Lord definitely wanted me to go into this topic, bro. We're coming into some crazy times, man. And everybody who's out there, part of the Hebrew Israelite community, if you're not taking this truth seriously or thinking about these things, or thinking that Esau Edom is not your enemy, you're about to have a horrible wake-up call in these last days, man. We're in Babylon the Great. The place that is prophesied to get destroyed. And the ruler of this place, Esau Edom, he's not going to want to go down that easy. He's going to come down with great wrath. Your enemy. We're in some... Man, let me get this. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So we're coming into some crazy times that is not going to compare to any other time of trouble in history. That's how terrible it's going to be. But it's also going to be the time when the elect are going to be delivered, man. And that's why we must rejoice regardless of the threats, regardless of what we might go through, or regardless of whatever reoccurring dream we may have had, or dreams of being tortured, or dreams of being put to death. Look, bro, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to be with us during these times, man. If we die, we're going to come back to life. Don't you have faith in that? This is what John 11 says, bro. Let me just get this. This is John 11:25. Yahushai said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? And man, one of my favorite parts of that verse in part 20, verse 26, is when the Lord asks, Martha, believest thou this? And I always internalize that, man. I always ask myself, do I really believe this, bro? Do I really believe that if I die, I'm going to come back to life, bro? Do I really believe that? And when I search my soul, yes, I do believe it, bro. I do believe these words, bro. And if we proclaim that, best believe the Lord is going to put that to the test, man. So whatever we got to go through, I'm not saying that this dream is going to be real and true. But it was a dream that would happen to me every single night, to where it's seared into my consciousness, bro. And, I'm able to really remember that dream. I'm able to even draw it. And even if, I'm not saying that that's going to come to pass, but now that I'm in the truth, I understand, reflecting back on that dream, that that's the gravity of what we're involved in. Yes, we might get tortured. Yes, we might get spiritual power. We don't know which one it is. So we're just going to have to wait and see what the Lord does for us, man. This is the beautiful thing about faith, bro. Okay? That we don't know what's coming, but we do know through the scriptures how, what's about to go down. All right? So we walk, like it says in 2 Corinthians 5:7, for we walk by faith, not by sight. And so through faith, we understand that whatever we're going to suffer in these last days, man, death, people betraying us, our people turning us into the authorities, whatever it is, bro, just know that the Lord is going to give you the spirit to go through that, man. All right? And if you truly have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, one thing, I got another scripture for you. This is 1 Corinthians 10:13. And then we're going to get into that second Maccabees, the 7th chapter, because this is something that the heathen have always done to us, man. The heathen have always have taken our people and have tortured our people. Look at what those Epstein files say, man. These Edomites love torturing people, man. And not only that, but let me just read the scripture before I get that video. This is 1 Corinthians 10:13. There has no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. So let's say that you are one of the brothers that is going to get tortured and put to death for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Well, guess what, man? Our forefathers, our brothers, all right, in our past lives, they got tortured. They went through suffering for the name of the Lord, man. Okay? Men of the Lord were put to death for the truth. So in these last days, if we must show our faith by dying for this truth, then may the Lord put the spirit on us to endure it. And not only that, but this scripture is letting us know that if that is the case, that the Lord is not going to tempt you above that you are able. So the Lord wouldn't even put you in that situation if you weren't able to handle it. So if you are put in that situation, it's because the Lord knows you can handle it. And that means he's going to give you the spirit to get through it. So you got to think about these things, man. Yes, it's a possibility we might get put to death, but there's also a possibility, we could get spiritual powers, man. Hey, man, you got to have faith. And me, even though I had that reoccurring dream, I still have faith that Lord willing, I'm going to get spiritual power, man. Lord willing. But if I don't, hey, man, Lord willing, the Lord puts the spirit on me to get through that torture and to praise the name of the Lord as I'm being beat to death or going out and bleeding out, man. I don't care. Lord willing. However horrible the death is, may it praise the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? We're coming into some heavy times, man. And I've just been meditating on this heavily, bro. And another thing I want to show is this video that Elder Yashawamba had brought out a while ago in his lesson that he did about Stephen Miller. When he did, I believe he brought this out when he made that lesson on when they had that whole funeral for for that CK dude that got shot in his neck, man. You know who I'm talking about. But let's just play it. These Edomites are crazy, man. These Edomites have very sadistic tendencies. They love to torture people. They love blood. Okay, they love drinking blood. They love having sex with children. They love doing all types of weird shit. These are the Edomites, man.
In concern to the issue of the Iraqi civilians, I think that as many of them should survive as possible, because the goal of any military conflict is to kill as few people as possible. But as for Saddam Hussein and his henchmen, I think the ideal solution would be to cut off their fingers. I don't think it's necessary to kill them entirely. We're not a barbaric people. We respect life. Therefore, torture is the way to go. Because tortured people can live. Torture is a celebration of life and human dignity. We need to remember that as we enter these very dark and dangerous times in the next century. And I only hope that many of my peers and people who will be leading this country will appreciate the value and respect that torture shows towards other cultures.
So as you can see, man, these Edomites are bugged out in their mind. To him, torture is a celebration of life and human dignity. That's what these Edomites do, man. They say cringy ass shit like that, edgy little shit like that. And the crazy thing is that they really mean it. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You Edomites, you are that old serpent known as the devil and Satan. Fucking demons. Talking about torture is a celebration of life and human dignity. Man, the Lord, man, you Edomites, when we get you Edomites in the kingdom and and we rule over our oppressors as it is written in Isaiah the 14th chapter, you're going to get put through some horrible fucking shit, man. And I can't wait. I can't wait. This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's what Esau has done, man. They call evil good and good evil. This man said that torture is the celebration of life and human dignity. That's who these people are, man. There you go, Stephen Miller, a fucking Edomite, a fucking Amalekite, as a matter of fact. Fucking dirty as Amalek, nasty as rats, fucking cave fucking dwellers moving through the fucking sewers of New York, talking about torture and shit, man. Eating baby, man, I don't even fucking want to say that, man. These Amalekites are fucking disgusting, man. They have put darkness for light. They have perverted this earth, man. Down to man, it's so crazy how sick people are in the head, man. You talk to somebody and these people are just completely indoctrinated by Esau, Edom, the devil, man. They're fucking bugged the fuck out, man. It's not even nice talking to people anymore. People are bugged the fuck out, man. You know? They might even tell you some shit like Stephen Miller. You know? That's how bugged out these people are, bro. They're all under the vibration of the Edomites, man. And these Edomites, what do they love to do? They love to torture, bro. And now we got the proof. This is second Maccabees 7:1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh and were tormented with scourges and whips. So here you have in the book of Maccabees, 7 brothers and their mother who were ultimately, compelled to eat, swine, which a lot of you Jakes out there, you openly, without protest, without revolt, without disgust, you eat freaking pork, bro. But our forefathers and our people in the past, they were willing to suffer not to even eat that fucking unlawful fucking meat. Okay? That's how weak our nation has gotten, man. You got fucking weak ass niggas in New York talking about let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese, man. You niggas are gonna fucking die, man. Straight up. You had our forefathers who literally were willing to get put to death not to even taste swine's flesh, and you niggas openly eat that shit, man. You niggas deserve death, man. Straight up, bro. Look at what it says as we read. These Edomites, you know, they love to torture people, man. You know? And when I came into this truth, that was something that, man, that you know, that was a scary topic for me when I first came into the truth, bro. Because every time that topic would be touched on in class, it was almost like the spirit was trying to make me confront that dream. Because I was scared of that dream, bro. Every time I would think about that dream, I would get scared. But also, every time I would go to class, brothers would be talking about that. So it was almost like the spirit was like, nah, that's what you're involved in. This is what you're a part of, man. You got to count the whole cause. You got to know what you're a part of, bro. And realize and internalize that, yes, you could be possibly put to death for this, man. Okay? And now, you know, I'm in a point in my faith where the Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, now I'm able to reflect on that dream and even, you know, make a lesson on it now, man. You know, I'm not so afraid to think about that freaking dream, bro. And I've had crazy dreams also in the truth, man. So, man, Lord willing, bro, whatever comes, the Lord gives us the strength to get through it, bro. Lord willing, man. Because can you imagine just going through this in, you know, 2nd Maccabees, the 7th chapter? I'm going to go back in verse 2. It says, but one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot, which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first, and to cut off the utmost parts of his body, the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. So not only was he torturing them and mangling them, cutting off their tongue, cutting off body parts, but he was making the brothers and the mother watch. And I believe the king in 2nd Maccabees 7 is talking about Antiochus Epiphanes, which was an Edomite. These Edomites have always been bugged out. And just because, you know, he kept his integrity, it made Esau angry. It put him in a rage. It drove him to torture them and to make the family look upon torture. That's how bugged out Esau is, man. He will torture you in front of your fucking, you're in front of your family, man. This dude is bugged out, bro. And, the reason why I would always, not like to think about that dream was really because in the dream in front of me, I was watching my mother and my father get freaking electrocuted, man. And every time I would deny whatever they were trying to make me do in the dream, they would electrocute us, man. And I could literally feel the electrocution going through my body. That dream was weird, man. And that's what Esau does, bro. Yes, Esau's having dreams as we speak. Like literally, just thinking about torturing us, man. He wants to torture us. All right. And some of us, guess what? The Lord is going to give us spiritual power to fuck these Edomites up, man. The Lord is going to raise up a standard in these last days, man. Not all of us are going to get beheaded. This ain't 70 AD like Elder Saint Benji right here in Chicago says. This ain't 70 AD, man. The Lord is going to come with deliverance. Now is come salvation. Okay? We're in the times of salvation, man. The Lord is going to come with a heavy deliverance. All right? And if some of us go out by being tortured, getting put to death, guess what, man? That's still going to be to glorify Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? These men right here in 2 Maccabees 7, they glorified Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with their deaths because of the way that they went out. They glorified the Lord with their deaths, which is an honorable thing because now they're immortalized. You understand? So let's keep reading. This is 2 Maccabees 7 and 5. Now, when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. Think about that. You're still alive. You're maimed. Your brothers, your blood brothers, by the way, that you grew up with, and your mother, they're watching you get tortured and being fried in a pan. Man, that's scary, man. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai looketh upon us, and in truth has comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants. And you must understand that the Lord said that precious is the death of his saints. Let me get that. This is Psalms 116 and 15. Precious in the sight of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is the death of his saints. Because they're going to receive resurrection. They're going to receive life everlasting. Their death is not the end. Their death is proof of their immortality. You understand? The fact that they exhorted one another manfully to die for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and for this truth, and to not break the law. Man, that's so heavy, bro. How can we not be compelled in these last days to do the same thing, bro? To tell this devil Esau, eat him to his fucking stupid fucking face, that we're not going to be careful to answer you in this matter. Fuck you, nigga. And fuck your mark of the beast, bitch ass nigga. Whatever spirit the Lord puts on us, man. But fuck this devil, man. Straight up. This is verse 7. So when the first was dead after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, they asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? But he answered in his own language and said, no. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life. But the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. So you see, they understood and they had faith in the fact that they were going to be resurrected back to life, man. They had faith in that. They knew about reincarnation, man. If they didn't, why were they so compelled about going through such a horrible torture? Okay? They understood reincarnation. They understood coming back to life. So they laid down their lives for the truth, man. You understand? They didn't cower away from the fact that they were the real Israelites. They manfully took on that privilege and the fact that they are the people of the Lord, and they died manfully for his laws. To show that wicked devil Antiochus that he ain't fucking shit, and they cursed him out in the spirit, bro. Man, this is a mighty chapter, bro. Every time I read it, bro, man, I damn near want to cry every time I read this chapter, bro. These devils have been freaking torturing us, man. And he's not going to get away with none of this shit, bro. Yahushua is coming to punish these devils, man. And there's nothing that they could do to stop Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua being exalted on the earth or his servants being saved. There's nothing that he could do, man, to stop this, bro. All right? And he can't take away our faith from us, man. That's why we got to hold on to our crowns, man, and not let go. Okay? Let no man take your crown. Not yourself, not these Edomites, and the fact that they want to put us to death and torture us. Hey, the Lord told us not to fear him. Fear not him. Let me get that. This is Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So we are really supposed to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This devil Esau Edom, he's only able to kill the body, man. He cannot touch the soul. He cannot touch the spirit. Okay? And that's what has been quickened through this truth, the spirit. So if he wants to take this body, nigga, you could have this fucking bogus ass, fucking stupid ass, fucking weak ass flesh of a body, man. You could have it, man. You want to torture it? Go the fuck ahead, Esau. You take us out like a fury, but the Lord, the King of the world, is going to raise us up. Just like this brother said in 2 Maccabees 7 and 9. Do what you got to do, Esau. Okay? But our faith is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, who resurrects the dead back to life, who brought his own son back to life, resurrected him. Okay? That's who we have faith in. What do you have faith in, Esau? Nothing. Hoe ass nigga. Man, I'm cursing you Edomites out right now, man. Fuck you fucking Edomite. Fuck you Stephen Miller. Hoe ass nigga. I hope you watch this video. Nigga. Fucking dirty ass Amalekite, man. You people love to torture and drink blood and fuck children, man. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you gotta say. Fucking nasty ass people, man. 2 Maccabees 7 and 10, it says, after him was the third made a mocking stock. And when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon, holding forth his hands manfully, and said courageously, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them, and from him I hope to receive them again. Man, that's mighty, man. Can you imagine being in the face of your enemy? And very soon we're not gonna have to imagine it, because some of us are gonna go through this, man. All right, and we gotta mentally prepare for it. And man, you know, it's something that's been heavy on my mind lately, man. I just wanted to make a lesson about it, because we're in those times, bro. All right, we're already in Jacob's trouble. It's only gonna get worse from here, bro. All right. It's gonna get crazy, okay? And we're coming into a time like never before. You see? And now with the technology that these devils have, they know where we live. They know what. They have a whole dossier on us, man. They have a whole skinny on you. Where you go to school, where you go to work. All right, what's your favorite apple juice, orange juice? What motherfucking places you like to eat from, and how long it takes you to get to the store, and what type of phones go through your house, and all types of weird shit, man. Esau has high-level surveillance technology now, okay? And is spearheaded by Amalek, these tiny tops, which Stephen Miller himself, I believe, is a tiny top. These people are bugged out, man. They openly confess to loving torture, and those files are proof of that, okay? And not only that, but the scriptures as well, man. The scriptures tell us the truth of who these devils really are. We're the Edomites. You nasty ass fucking devils. I can't wait till you get put into slavery, Esau. We're gonna fucking put you through the worst shit ever, man. Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. We're gonna rule over our oppressors, Akim. Okay? So if we have to lay down our lives, this temporary flesh, you know, to Lord willing, partake in the first resurrection and putting the world in order through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to be able to partake in that, man, that's gonna be beautiful. But also, part of that is, man, repaying Esau for everything he did to us, man. That is the patience and the faith of the saints. That's Revelation 13 and 10. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He that leadeth into captivity must be led into captivity. Here is the faith and the patience of the saints. That's what we're patiently waiting for. We're waiting for our enemies to be captives. We're waiting for our enemies to get put to the sword, and that's going to come at the return of who the world ignorantly calls JC, whose real name is Yahushua Hamashiach, and he's coming to save us, Akim. What do the scriptures say? Because I know this lesson, we're going into torture, and that might possibly happen, right? But what do the scriptures say? Should we be afraid of that? Nah, that's why we're reading 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter. In the face of death, they stood courageously. Okay, but also you must understand that even if you die, salvation is on the way, man. And if you die for the truth, you're going to partake in the resurrection first. All right, you're going to get beamed up first. All right, the scriptures talk about that, man. How we're not going to prevent them that sleep. Let me see if I can get that real quick. This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Let me get the whole thing. Verse 16, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. So there you have it. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. And these words are comforting, man. Knowing that, even our brothers that have passed away in the truth, guess what? They're going to be the first to rise, man. All right? Think about that. That brings great joy to the mind and to the body and, man, to your spirit, knowing that resurrection and reincarnation are real, man. Knowing that we're going to come back to life no matter what this devil does to us, man. The Lord, look, bro, this ain't 70 AD, man. This is the time of salvation. All right? We're about to see this play out. We're about to see the Lord come back and beam up the elect, and Lord willing, we're part of that number. And that's why we cannot be afraid that this might be a possibility of something we go through, man. Look, the Lord is coming to save us, man. This is Isaiah 35 and 4. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your power will come with vengeance, even Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with the recompense. He will come and save you. So that's what we're telling you, brothers and sisters out there. Don't be afraid. Your God is coming with vengeance. He's coming with a payback. And he's coming to save you. So be still and know that he's God. Be still and know that he's going to be exalted among the heathen and upon the whole earth. And we're living in the times where that counsel is playing out. He's about to be exalted throughout the whole earth. And it's going to come at the downfall of Esau, Edom, our greatest enemy, man. Call Halam like Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's that 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, man. Let's get that. This is 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world. Salakia, bro. But these Edomites are through, man. I can't help but laugh, bro. These Edomites are done, bro. This is the end of your age. This is the end of your rulership. And us, the Israelites, Starting with you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and you Native Americans, and you speckled birds that may look like these other nations, we're the beginning of the next world to come. Let me read it again. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the next world is for the Israelites, man. Our rulership is going to be established at the coming of Yahushua, man. But the Lord is coming to do some work first, man. He's coming to put these devils down, man. And to establish the kingdom. You see? So Esau, you're through, man. You're done. Okay? You got homeless Edomites. You got Edomites with jobs crying in their cars because they can't afford to live in an apartment, so they live in the car. And you could tell they live in the car because you look at the back of their fucking seat and it's just a bunch of fucking random shit in the fucking back seat, bro. You know? These Edomites are through, man. They fucking working at Jewel Osco, Walmart, fucking Kroger's and shit. Fucking 60 years old at the fucking register. You know, Esau is done, man. All right? You got Edomite on Edomite violence. You got Edomites, you know, internationally, you know, against each other. You got allies from America against each other. Edomite on Edomite violence is increasing, man. And it's gonna, you know, reach a climax to all-out war. All right? We're coming into a time where, you know, this double Esau, Edom, you know, he's a house divided, man. And a house divided cannot stand. We're watching the downfall of our enemy, bro. And it's beautiful. All right? It's beautiful, man. To watch this devil finally go down. And look, man, look at how bitter they are. Look how angry they are. They have the whole world. They drive Lambos and they fucking doing all the weird, nasty, weird shit that they want to do on all these little islands. And they thought they were getting away with it, but now they're getting exposed. Now they're being outed. Now they're being fucking, you know, being shown before the whole world who they really are. And none of them can agree on anything. They're fucking, man, these devils are through, man. Esau is done. He's all over the place, man. This is Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And these Edomites, they're divided against themselves, man. Okay? From the politicians to the people, there's division there. Within the people, there's division there. Between the people and the elites, there's division there. More people are calling for rising up against the elites, man. People are calling for revolution. People are calling for a change. And it's mostly Edomites, man. Jake is all docile, fucking making TikToks and dance videos, but you got Edomites ready to die over this shit, man. Okay? Esau is about to crash out, man. We're coming into a times where these Edomites are really just gonna, you know, use their blessing of the sword to start murking people, man. There's gonna be Edomite on Edomite violence. There's gonna be Edomites versus Jakes, Jakes versus Jakes. It's gonna be all crazy out here, man. All out war, and it's because this is a kingdom divided, man, and it's gonna be brought to desolation. You see, it's gonna be destroyed, man. This devil is done, bro, and I love it. I love watching Esau struggle. I love watching Esau fucking cry. I love watching Esau with their bootlegged ass shoes and shit that is fucking falling apart at the store. Their card declines. They look at you like you gonna help them. And no, nigga, I'm not gonna help you. I'm an Israelite and you're a fucking Edomite. Get the fuck on. I'm not gonna help you Edomites, man. Fuck you Edomites. I know who I am now. Do you? Because I know who you are. Dirty ass rat. Fucking red motherfuckers. Nasty ass. Man, I hate Esau, man. I fucking hate Esau, man. They're fucking stupid, bro. I hate talking to Edomites, man. They're always saying stupid ass shit. And they're always, you know, man. Esau's weird, man. They need to go. And if you're wondering why, well, look at the Epstein files, man. You're wondering why? Read 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter. Look at what type of torture they were putting this family through, this Israelite family. Esau needs to go, man. Think about history, our history. What they did when we were coming out of Egypt. They were attacking the old and the young. Think about all the way back into the garden, man. The serpent beguiling Eve, making the sons of God fall through Adam. This devil needs to go, bro. Every time you throw these satanic people right into the mix, these Edomites, they always fuck some shit up, man. Okay? Start promoting weird shit. Start making weird laws. Start fucking... Man, Esau gotta go, bro. Every time he rules, you know, he's known as the border of wickedness. Wherever he sets up his kingdom, he just magnifies wickedness, bro. And that's what America is. It's nothing but a cesspool of wickedness. It's gross. It's fucking disgusting here, man. And people are starting to realize how disgusting it really is, especially because of those files, man. All the things being described in there, bro, is disgusting, bro. All right? But this is 2 Maccabees 7 and 10. It says, after him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon, holding forth his hands manfully, and said courageously, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them, and from him I hope to receive them again. Insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pain. So they were marveling at the fact that they were going through this, man. Because one thing about Esau Edom, he's very prideful. He's very, very prideful, but he's fascinated at the fact that you're so pious and faithful and you're willing to die for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He marveled at that. He doesn't understand it. That's why they marvel at it, bro. Because Esau can't possibly, he can't even, conceptualize the Most High, bro. This nigga could write down the periodic table, fucking split atoms and this, that, and the third, but the Lord is not in all his thoughts, bro. God is not in all his thoughts. Esau Edom is bugged the fuck out, bro. And he was created that way. The Lord created him to be the wicked, man. The reason why the Lord is not in all his thoughts is because it's by design. The Lord made him like that, man. So when he sees true faith, when he sees conviction and the willingness to die for that truth, the ultimate truth, the real 100% truth, that he marveled at that. So Lord willing, man, in these last days, our courage and the faith that we have towards Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, if we get put to death for this truth, Lord willing, man, it makes these Edomites marvel. All right, we want to be found faithful, man. Lord willing. Okay. Verse 13. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good, being put to death by men, to look for hope from Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. And that's what we're telling you Edomites, man. You Edomites are going to have no resurrection to life. But we're looking to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to be raised up again by him, as it is written. So Lord willing, man, in these last days, if that's something we have to go through, the Lord puts this mighty spirit on us to actually handle it. All right. And as we covered in 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, the Lord doesn't tempt you above that you are able. So if you are put in this situation, it's because the Lord knows you can handle it. Okay. This is verse 15. Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over men. Thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou wilt. Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of Yahweh. But abide a while and behold his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed. And that's what's coming, man. The Lord is going to torment these Edomites and their seed. They're going to go into slavery. And after they serve their captivity, they're going to be exterminated. The scriptures talk about how there's not going to be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. That's coming, man. Okay? You Edomites are going to have to go through that slavery, bro. You're going to have to build up our kingdom. And you're going to be going through crazy situations, all right, that we're going to be putting you through. Okay? And and then after you serve your captivity, what's going to come to pass? This is Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. What happens when you put fire to stubble? That shit fucking, that shit eviscerates, It disappears. It's like 5 seconds max. The fire just completely consumes the stubble. That's how, that's how, both the northern and the southern kingdom, what they're going to do to Esau, Edom. All right. They're going to be destroyed. Okay. They're going to be exterminated. You Edomites, you're going to be stubble. And we're going to be the fire that puts you out. It says, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has spoken it. So that's prophecy, which this prophecy hasn't came to pass. It's going to come back. It's going to come to pass in the kingdom. Okay, you Edomites, okay, you're not going to go through no easy captivity. You're not going to go through no easy punishment. Just like us, the nation of Israel didn't go through no easy punishment. We literally had to go through captivity, lose our identity, all right? Be called names by the Lord. The Lord called us whores, man. And we're his people, his favorite people. But when you read the scriptures, the Lord called us names. And sometimes when you read those things, it makes you cry, because that's how the Lord looked at us, man. And look at what the Lord put his favorite chosen people through. So how much more you Edomites, who the Lord doesn't give a fuck about. You Edomites are fucking nothing to the Lord, man. And the fact that he gave you devil's power is really for your condemnation. Everything that you did to us, you're going to have to pay for it. Matter of fact, let me get this, because when Moses prayed to the Lord, he said to make us glad according to the days that we have been afflicted. This is Psalms 90 and 14. It says, I'm going to start off at 13. It says, Return, O Yahweh, how long? And let it repent thee concerning thy servants. O satisfy us early with thy mercy, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. And the Lord in these last days has given us his mercy through this truth, man. Okay? And very soon in the kingdom, we're going to rejoice and be glad all our days, man. So continue holding on to this truth, bro. The Lord is coming back, man. And whatever we have to go through to get to the kingdom, endure it, bro. Because in the kingdom, look at what it says in verse 15. Make us glad according to the days wherein thou hast afflicted us, and the years wherein we have seen evil. So, according to all the evil, all the afflictions we have gone through, the Lord is gonna, man, the Lord is gonna make us glad according to those days, man, according to those years. Okay? So, look, man, the kingdom is gonna be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. Our enemies are going to be in subjection, and we're going to be in subjection to our power. And it's going to be, wow, man, it's going to be life everlasting. The vibration of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and his truth is going to be all over the earth. There's going to be real peace. You're going to actually be able to enjoy, your life. Enjoy brothers. Enjoy your children, enjoy your wives, and be in communion with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for eternity, bro. So if we have to endure some crazy torture for that, man, Lord willing, we get through it. All right? Because our days, like it says right here, this is what it says, Sirach 37 and 25. The days of the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Yasharallah are innumerable. You see? So we're going to have eternity to mend our sorrows, man. The Lord is going to wipe away all our tears, bro. Every single tear that we have shed, every single sorrow, every affliction, every captivity, no matter how long it lasted, all of that is going to be turned to joy in the kingdom, and the Lord is going to wipe away all our tears, and our days are going to be innumerable. Man, bro. What else do you want, bro? Like, I don't know what else Jake wants, bro. We're going to have everything in the kingdom, man. So, if we have to go through this, bro, hey, man. Lord willing, the Lord gives us the spirit to do it. All right? And, all right there, I'm going to cut off the lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying and exhorting and comforting because, this is a scary topic, man. All right? Thinking about being tortured and, that reoccurring dream that I brought out earlier into the lesson, man. That's a dream that I think about often, man. I always think about it. Not because I'm afraid now. When I first came into the truth, I was afraid to think about that dream. I would actually repress it. In my mind, I wouldn't even like to think about that dream. But now, I think about it. I try to internalize it to the best of my ability. And I try to accept it to the best of my ability because I understand that this is coming. You see, and if it's what I gotta go through, then, man, Babu Kasha, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, give me the spirit to do it. You see? So, and that's another thing, man. I'm grateful to the Lord that, I'm no longer afraid of that. Because, man, that's something that, some people, when they find out that you might possibly go to jail for this or get put to death for the truth or any of these hard topics that people in these other camps don't like to talk about. They don't like to talk about suffering. They don't like to talk about being afflicted and so on and so forth. So when they finally get talked about, they're like, man, I didn't sign up for that. The apostles always tell the story of a guy that basically was in their class and was like, wait, you could go to jail for this? and then he basically, was like, man, I didn't sign up for this, man. But that's why you got to count the cost, man, and know what you're involved in, because that's a possibility, bro. But there's also a possibility, Lord willing, that we receive spiritual power. All right, this ain't 70 AD, man. The Lord is going to deliver us in these last days. And if we die, we're going to be raised back to life, man. All right, that's really what Second Maccabees, the 7th chapter, is about. Even though they got tortured and suffered these horrible deaths, they all proclaim that they're going to have resurrection to life through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And that is what we in these last days are proclaiming as well, that through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right, and through this truth, if you endure unto the end, you will receive everlasting life. All right? And you will receive resurrection to life if you die for this truth, man. Okay? This truth is everything, bro. And this is the truth that's going to take us to life everlasting. This is the way of everlasting. Okay? And to Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for guiding us day by day into his glorious work that he's building day by day in front of the whole world to witness, man. And we're at the forefront of bringing out the word, man. GMS, starting with the apostles and elders, bro. Think about how much of a privilege it is that we got front row seats to the collapse of our enemy. And not only that, but the Lord has given us a talent and the ability to speak on it through the truth, through the scriptures. That's amazing. And we must take that privilege like man, we must undertake that privilege with great seriousness, man. Okay? The Lord didn't give us this truth for nothing, bro. He gave it to us so that, look, Lord willing, we could get delivered, man. Lord willing, you repent and believe on Yahweh Shai and get delivered. All right? Because Yahweh Shai is the only way that we're going to be saved, man. Okay? So, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give out praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and Abba Babal. Wakwam Yasharallah. And don't be afraid of if they torture us, man. Okay? We're going to live forever. Okay? Don't be afraid of these Edomites. Shalom and Abba Babal.